Hey Papap, figured I'd take you on a little pasture walk today with me. I just moved the cows and the sheep and they're doing real good. Getting their fill on this grass here. Moving them every day, but we're coming pretty much to the end. I think I got maybe 2 weeks left before we go back where we started, and I'll walk over there and show it to you and see what you think. But they got plenty of grass in here. It's just about as tall as they are. I know it's definitely probably over mature for them, but they're still eating it, and I'm hoping that seed will reseed some of this pasture. But both of them are looking good. He's looking real full. I just refilled their mineral, so they're going after that. And then the sheep are right here where the cows were yesterday. So they're just kind of taking down what's left. Been putting up this electric around all these fruit trees. It's been working out really well, actually. I just refilled the sheep's mineral too, so they're going after that like crazy. But this lane right here is kind of where we were last week, and as I start going across the pasture, you can see getting a little better and a little better. So right here's about probably 2 weeks ago. And it's starting to come back, so it is a little patchy. So I'm hoping having that grass a little bit longer will knock some of the seeds down and help reseed it. But here we are, probably about 4 or 5 weeks of rest, but you can tell it's much thicker over here. And then over here has probably about another week's worth of rest, and you can tell that's definitely ready to be grazed again. So they'll be on this in about probably 2 weeks. So I'll probably have, I don't know, maybe another 2 weeks worth of paddocks right here, but it's nothing but clover, so I've been trying to keep them off of that. She got bloated up pretty bad that one day, so been trying to keep them off of that. But I think as the years go by, we'll get some more grass in there, so that'll give us hopefully another 2 weeks worth of rest. And there's the guard geese. I'm sure you can't hear nothing with them going. But over here is essentially where we started. This was pretty much the first paddock here, the first day. And you can see kind of right next to it, this hasn't been grazed yet, so we'll make our way around the circle and we'll come back here. I definitely got plenty of green stuff. I'm wondering how many rounds I can go. I'm hoping to go probably 4 rounds, give or take. I know a lot of people around here make hay 3 to 4 times a year, so I figure it can graze and recover at least 4 times. I did plant all this ryegrass here in the woods to try and give them something, a little bit of extra something to eat, and you know, during the heat of the summer, maybe put them in there so it's fully shaded. I think the sheep are due to have babies in July. Obviously not the most ideal time, but that's just when we got the ram, and instead of having to keep them separated, I figured just put them in there. And so we'll definitely probably put the sheep in there. I got some other stuff planted down even farther in the woods that I think I can put the sheep. But as you can see, this stuff hasn't been grazed at all yet. I still need to pick up those limbs. We trimmed our pear and apple trees this year for the first time, and those apple trees are definitely coming in a lot better than they ever have in the past. So come out here, and this stuff's real thick. Definitely didn't even look like this, 2 years ago either. So if the whole pasture could look like this, that'd be great. I'll take you into the garden and show you some stuff that we got planted. Hopefully this camera ain't too shaky for you. But I got my potato patch here. Obviously they're doing pretty good. Got plenty of potatoes. I didn't grow any white potatoes last year, but grew a bunch of sweet potatoes. So I just put the sweet potatoes in, so hoping to feed the pigs and stuff with sweet potatoes this winter. Bunch of cabbage and some Brussels sprouts there. I need to weed it, but it's just a lot. I got my shade cloths up, or else they're gonna burn up. We just picked a bunch of carrots from in here, and I threw some beets in there. Maybe a little too late, but here's still some more carrots that we gotta pick, but we got a ton of them. Our lettuce is obviously bolting here. We'll probably pull the rest of that up this week, and then a couple of bush beans are just kind of starting to sprout there. And bush beans here too. I planted a whole mess of green beans this year. We eat green beans probably more than anything. And then I got my tomatoes here. I got my normal tomatoes, and then those on the other side there, my sauce tomatoes. So hopefully those are all looking really good. That's a giant weed patch that I need to probably deal with next week. I made these bean towers, and those beans are coming in. I need to weed that, but I was really happy with the way these bean towers worked out. I'm hoping they're gonna just vine up on those. Those are the pole beans. So hoping that works out. I was happy to not spend any money on that and just throw together some logs that I had. A bunch of cucumbers here. Stephanie eats pickles all the time. So we got our cucumbers trellised up there in this little archway that's worked out pretty well for us last year. So got pumpkins in here, and actually just decided to, between the pumpkin rows, plant some corn today because I had some extra. We'll see how it does. And then planted corn in here too. I know we're a little late on that. Obviously everyone planting around me is, their corn's already starting to pop up, but we're a little late on that. And then here's my sweet potato patch, and this is exactly how it looked last year. And then by the end of the year it was completely full of vines. So I got peas there, some onions in these two, another run of beans there, and then the far two are squash and zucchini. But it's coming along definitely a lot better than last year, that's for sure. And we're out back now, and got a bunch of grass coming up back here too. And here's the woods that cleared out a bunch of trees from it, and tried to plant some more ryegrass here too. So I definitely think I'm gonna put the sheep in here because it's probably too steep for the cows. Especially, like I said, probably in July and August there when it's real hot. Put them back here in the shade, and be able to eat on all this ryegrass here. And that way it'll give my front pasture some rest too while we're not getting any rain. So, super excited for it. About to go feed the pigs. So, this is just the first one. I plan to try and take you along as much as I can. I got a bunch of plans for some more outbuildings and stuff this year that I'd like to take you along for. So, but time to feed the pigs. Talk to you next time. Love you. Bye.